let's kick it off. Look at that. We're going to skip the intro music 2 episodes in a row. Ludeman, what do you got going on? What does William the Hillbilly Schmidt want to do? He's got several messages.
Ooh.
One is from his intern as just a general check-in.
Okay.
Wanted to make sure everything's cool between you and Astrid, and also her concerns that with the stable championship vote coming up that she might be reassigned, and what you'd like to do if that happens.
Okay.
She feels a strong connection to you and would not want to be reassigned to anybody else. You've also got a message from the new promoter, Zuri Carlson, asking that if you have time for a casual meeting, she would like to speak with you eventually.
Okay. Well, let's get started with Astrid then.
Okay.
We'll go check in with her.
Yeah, Astrid is just working on your mech. Probably we're doing some Rosie the Riveter stuff here.
Okay.
Bolting the metal plates in for the armor, and yeah, she pulls the off and sets it down on your side, covered in that mech grease and soot. She just says, "Oh, hey. So,
how are you doing?
What are we gonna do here?"
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, it's a little bit out of my hands if it goes the other way, but I will certainly spread the word that, you know, if your preference is to stick with me, and I'm more than happy to maintain this role. I like where we're going.
I've seen the other gladiators. It's pretty clear that you're among the best in skill, but also probably the best person.
You know, that means a lot. I really appreciate that.
The bar is low.
Yep. You know what? I can't really fight you too much on that one. Things have
I don't mean that as any offense against you. It's just that your stablemates are not worthy of you.
Well, I'm going to take the compliment, and, you know, with any luck, my stablemates can change both our minds a little bit on some of that, I guess, huh? We'll see in the future. We'll let that play out.
For some of them.
Yeah, exactly. You know, nobody's too far gone, right? Well, hopefully anyway.
She clearly does not agree with you on that statement. She turns to look down the mech bay towards Hunter McGregor's mech when you say that.
Yeah, no, I see where you're looking. I get that. That's you know, some roads are harder than others. We'll say that. I try to be positive. I try to be optimistic. That's, you know, I guess maybe why you like me. So, so, you know, in terms of your training though, so we're working at, got you working through the mech. Yeah, how you enjoying that aspect of the internship? You like working on the machinery?
Yes, I like working with machines. They are not deceptive. You can always figure out the problem by tracing the source of the problem.
I feel that there's something absolutely enjoyable about being able to understand things and know exactly where to hit.
Yes. And when you have to pull out all of the bad wiring and everything that's wrong with the machine, no one complains. Sometimes you just get to deal with the problem in the way you know it needs to be dealt with, she says. And with the like big thick leather glove, she makes a fist, and it's a crinkling noise that can be heard even over the rest of the sounds of the mech bay, because the sound artist like does the compressor work to get it in there fully.
It's like the mic's right next to it.
Oh, it's probably added in post, you know, like a Foley artist is just like,
crinkling paper.
I got that good crinkle noise.
Yeah. Well, you are an intense one, and I do appreciate that. So, you know, one thing I was thinking about, you know, in my waning time here as the champion, I would like to see if I could get you and the other interns into maybe some sort of round robin schedule for some one-on-ones. I think y'all could use some time facing off against each other. It's not necessarily going to be the same as coming up against one of us, but y'all need to be sort of competing at your level as well. See where y'all fit.
I don't disagree, but with only 2 days left until the vote is closed, perhaps that would be better left for whoever the next champion is.
Don't disagree. Just a proposal that I'll be passing
along. I agree that I should be given a chance to show that I'm better than all the rest of the interns. And then someone needs to show Saya where her place is.
Ooh. Well, I like the confidence But what do you mean Saya's place? What's your concern
She
there?
believes that she's superior to the rest of us simply because someone edited her genes in a specific way. She touts off the accomplishments of her parents rather than herself.
You know what? I can definitely feel you there. It's you got to prove who you are, not what you are, right?
I know who I am, and I'm about to teach Saya who she is too.
All right.
It's not hostile. She simply needs to know her place.
All right. Well, as long as we keep it sportsman-like, you know, that's the goal here on Solaris, at least as much as anything.
Consider me the champion of the interns.
All right, perfect. I'm more than happy to consider you as such. Well, have you been in a mech? Physically, have you driven one? We've got some simulator time. Yeah. All right. Well, so then what Hillbilly will do over the next, like, however long this takes, I know there's some, like, getting the neural helmet kind of synced up and doing those things.
That takes weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to get started on that process with her so that she can at least take out his wolfhound and do some, just like, the goal of this is not to have her be piloting this in a match, but to be able to essentially do some, like, obstacle course training.
Yeah.
In the physical mech.
When I hit my fist, I had a cut on my hand real Holy cow. That was crazy.
That doesn't feel good. And so we'll get her started on that, kind of send her through that process to get that work together. And then I'm trying to think here. The other thing he'll do is just kind of ask her, what's your goals? Do you have any goals over the next little while? What's your short-term goals? What's your long-term goals? Hit me.
I mean, she relists her goals as proving to the rest of the interns that she is not only the most skilled, but also the leadership material. They should be looking up to her.
Okay. Well, shoot, I think we can keep you on that road. Well, I'm going to let you get back to this here. If you need any pointers, I certainly know my way around a mech. I'd be happy to help you tear this beast apart at some point.
She's working on your mech, so of course
yeah.
She'd probably know it pretty well. Yeah,
Very
she's
fair.
just helping your chief tech keep it, working and all together, given its highly customized nature.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. Okay. Well, and then, like I said, the other piece is just going to be, we'll do some, standard simulator training and then get her set up so that she can actually get in the wolfhound and take it for a spin.
At some point over the few days, in fact, it's almost the day before your match. You've had your meeting with Hunter. Hunter has had his match. Mm-hmm. And there are rumors all over the office that a massive wave of lawsuits is incoming, pending Hunter's inflammatory and bigoted remarks that were caught by both Battletech's internal recorders.
Oh.
And that your unit is being subpoenaed for his battle recorder so that they can prove that Hunter said what he said. Okay. And take him to a court of law. Yeah,
can't keep himself out of trouble.
You're updated on the situation, but nothing is expected of you. There's a lot of don't talk to the press about it. Refer to legal counsel. Mm-hmm. We're on our third set of lawyers now.
Don't we have an investor who's essentially got a legal persona?
I think so, but they haven't talked to me about it yet. Okay. Oh yeah, we have Ratchet and Gamble.
That's right.
As well. The Ratchet and Gamble has put out the challenge, but no one has yet to actually accept their cup.
Yeah. Is that the one to get the match with Primo and
yes, and
yeah. Smash. That's been on my list. Things to do. Okay, cool. So yeah, we've checked in with Astrid. I'll go see Zuri Carlson. Okay.
So Zuri is pouring something into her coffee that looks alcoholic when you come in, and she stands up and says, "Oh, William, come, sit down.
Zuri, absolutely.
I'm Zuri Carlson. Call me Z or Zuri.
Z or Zuri. All right.
What do you like?
What do you got?
All right, so she reaches under her desk and pulls out like a bottle of dark rum and ginger beer, and pours you a shot into a frosted glass.
Perfect. How'd you know? This is one of my favorites.
The Dark and Stormy, it's old. It's an old recipe.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
So you messaged. What's going on? What's new? I mean,
I just
you're new
wanted to
here.
talk to you. You know, William, I have a lot of friends. Some call them associates, you know. Less than friends, but really more than friends, if you understand my drift.
Business acquaintances,
yeah, you've been having a lot of problems lately. I know this stable champion vote has been a little rough on you. My associates have already told me the results. We pretty much know it's not going to be you, but you're close. And the thing is, my associates like you. They like having you in a position of leadership, and they're gonna do what it takes to get you back there and keep you there.
Okay.
Because we like what you do.
Are you asking for something from me
in
return?
We're asking for nothing from you.
I see.
William.
Well,
the status quo works for us. It works for Apex Dragons. It works for the investors. It works for my associates. When there are no investigations, when nothing new gets done, everybody's happy. And you're the only one we know that can keep Hunter McGregor in line. So that's really what we're asking for you, is to leverage your friendship with Hunter McGregor in order to keep him focused on what he does, which is make this company money.
Well, that's definitely been one of my sub goals, but gave him some advice. He did his best last time. It didn't quite go the way he wanted. We got to remind him that there's recordings of radio communication.
No, listen, that drama is going to make us 10 times what the court fees cost us.
Oh, we're into this. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Taking easy shots at the one-star faith, controversy, getting our name everywhere. Listen, I'm a promoter. You know what they say. There's no such thing as bad press.
All right. You know what? I'm not going to argue with that.
Listen, I'm all over it. You don't worry your head about that at all. What I need you to do is just to make sure that things stay pretty relatively the same around here. You know, in a corporate sense, and also in a investigatory sense.
Oh, investigatory. I gotcha. Steady as she goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sure you understand. Because my friends, they like you.
Mm.
And they like a lot of the people here. And they would hate for anything to happen to you.
Hillbilly pauses.
Yeah,
he takes a big
here's
drink.
the thing. Solaris is a dangerous city. You never know what's going to happen out there. You're not a licensed private investigator. Who knows the dangers of the criminal element in Solaris? And she takes a sip from her coffee. Be
a lot of it. Are you a local, Zuri?
I am to some extent.
Okay.
I did attend the University of Tharkad. Highly educated individual. She gestures to her diplomas behind her. But now that you're looking, there are pictures of her shaking hands with large Italian and Russian men. She's pretty much the only woman in all the photos, surrounded by like dozens of guys who you're pretty sure their mug shots from various. Yeah, so he was acquitted. They couldn't pin the murder on him.
Yeah, so Hillbilly at this point probably has enough context to put two and two together and figure out sort of at least tangentially where this is going. Okay. Cool. Well, Zuri, I definitely appreciate the heads up and the words.
I can see you've gotten the picture, William. And see, here's the thing.
A picture or two.
My associates are major investors in Apex Dragons. All right. And they like calm, untroubled waters in the categories we're talking about. Oh, yeah, exactly. So you stick to being the good guy, the leadership. It sells well for you. We like you in that position, and we're going to do what we can to keep you there.
All right. Well, noted.
And you make sure that things stay entertaining and wholesome. And there's no more mention of curses or investigations. Those things really distract from our publicity.
Well, I think we can maybe take a pause on some of those avenues, at least here in the short term, right? You never know what happens. We can't predict the future.
Yeah, that's right. We can't predict the future.
Well, Zuri, I do actually have something tangentially related to your job here. that we could chat about. Have you heard word about this upcoming TV program that is being produced by Vimy Diamond Shark?
I have. Who's the con?
Who's the con? So, I kind of been feeling I would like to take a book out of Sakura Smith's book and maybe make myself into more of a double, triple threat, and I think I'd like to submit an audition to Who's the Con. Do you think that's a good idea?
I'm not opposed to it. Certainly increasing your profile only helps us.
All right. Well, do you think you could set that up?
I could. You have no issue. You've solved your clan problem, right?
As far as I know, that was entirely a misunderstanding of some statements that I had made. I believe that I cleared it up the last time, and I'd be happy to clear it up a little more if I need to. As long as you don't have a problem working with someone like Vimy, he is both a writer and executive producer of the show. I think that there is something to be done there. I think we can, learn quite a bit from each other, and that seems to be the point of the show in my mind. So that's something that I can endorse and get behind. All
right. Well, just know that several other clan warriors are gunning for you, including a new entry into Class 3.
Yeah, that just makes it more interesting.
Okay. I will set it up as best I can and make a roll.
Okay. Here we go.
Who's the con?
Did it go?
No,
did it actually roll?
You just flipped the dice. You hit F instead of R.
Oh, you're right. All right. All right, that's an 8.
Okay. All right, let me give you this. My first initial thought on this bargain is that you play opposite of Vimy. Vimy, lead actor, he is, he's the clan warrior, and you end up being his, former Inner Sphere warrior, now turned bondsman, who is the straight man in the comedic duo.
Okay.
Vimy is the clueless clansman who doesn't know how things in the Inner Sphere work, and you're the one who's just like, no, Vimy, laugh track.
Yeah.
But as a result, your free time is reduced to almost 0 during filming.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm into it. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. I'm adding a note here. William Schmidt, television actor. It's not exactly Friends, but got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
At least it's not. What was the movie that the Friends actor was? Lost in Space?
Oh, man.
I liked it when it came out as a kid, but boy, was it terrible to watch as an adult.
And that was like the only thing he did that I remember besides Top Gear at this point.
Okay, William Schmidt, rank 90, also on Who's the Con.
All right, perfect.
For years afterwards, they will debate who actually is the con in this series.
I'm in the running.
It's actually Angela.
No.
Have you seen that episode of Community where they do the discussion of who's the boss? He's like, in every definition of the word, Angela.
Yeah. I mean, that's just 100% fair.
All right. Anything else you want to do now that you've talked to Zuri and she's given you some helpful career tips on how not be dead?
Yeah. I mean, it certainly softens anything that Hillbilly might have been doing with his latest information. There is one other thing I would like to do from like an advertising perspective with Zuri. So he's going to kind of pull out, I don't know how do they do data transfer in the Battletech universe?
Low bandwidth, 56K as far as I can tell. Okay. And also paper.
Okay. So he pulls out a big stack of photos and tosses them on her desk and says, Ro had sent me a pretty massive document full of just photos of me, which, was an interesting experience on my end. But I did go through them, and he's just got a stack of like essentially action shots and like, marketing material and like headshots.
You're doing the Captain America.
Yep.
3/4 turn profile looking towards the camera.
Exactly. And so he just kind of hands this off to her and says, if you need some extra marketing materials, here we go.
Sorry, who took these photos? Ro?
Have you met Ro?
I have not, but I've heard a lot about him through my associates, and I feel like maybe it's time for us to do a little collaboration work.
I think so. Would you like an introduction? I can take you to meet him.
No. My associates can introduce me to him.
All right, you got it.
Thank you so much, William.
No problem.
This one really makes your butt look good. We're gonna market this, and the 19 to 25 audience.
I was happy about that one. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. I'll let you get back to it. You reach out. You let me know if you need anything, though. I'm always here for you.
Okay. She's already working on a plan to promote you on college campuses that are exclusively for women.
Perfect.
I love it. Turn into an American gladiator.
I mean, yeah. Absolutely.
You're the rough, chiseled mountain man one? Yeah. You're not like the Kurt Angle or the
no
Viper.
Way. Yeah. The dirtier one.
Okay.
Oh, that's too funny.
Anything else you want to do? Listen, I've said this a lot, but I fucking love American Gladiators when it was on. And
dude,
my idea for Solaris was always a large portion American Gladiators.
Yes, I'm on board. Okay.
Because I mean, look, American Ninja Warrior is like, all right, you compete against yourself, and I'm like, that's well and good, right? But when some dude named Toxic shows up in front of you, and he's like, so you have to beat me. That's good entertainment.
Exactly. Laser and Blazer are here.
Okay. Anything else you want to do before your match?
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
So as you're headed to the interview, like a janitor pushes his cart in front of you on your way down to makeup and says, so sorry. And another guy bumps into you from the side and spills some coffee on you. It's like, hey, look, there's a bathroom over there. I'm real sorry, man. Here, let's take you in here and just get you cleaned up a little bit. And then someone behind you knocks over a trash can, and you're noticing you're being surrounded on all sides.
Feels quite corralling.
Yeah.
All right. I obviously don't recognize any of these folks. I mean, Hillbilly's natural.
Well, you could make a research roll to identify them.
I could, but no.
You sure it could be important?
It could be. I have 3 stress at the moment.
That's rough.
And that's the thing that keeps me from researching.
Very well.
More often than not. Does it seem easy for me to get away from this? Like, I mean, are we in Apex Dragons headquarters? Like,
no,
we're in our building?
You're in the studio. You're in a Donegal Broadcasting Corporation studio. Sorry, company.
Okay. Well,
Studio 64.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, this is...
You could get away with this if you're all right with going into the interview with a coffee stain. And, like warm but rapidly cooling coffee on your shirt.
Oh, Hillbilly would absolutely be willing to do that. Like, that doesn't, if there's a rush.
There's only a rush if you want it to be a rush. I mean, unless you tell me Hillbilly shows up, exactly on time, 00.
I'm trying to think, what is Hillbilly wearing right now? He's probably just in sort of t-shirt and his jorts at the moment. So he'd probably just take off the shirt and just be like, no worries, I got this, and continue on. All right,
so the guy who spilled the coffee on you, like, tries to grab your wrist and go, please, we should talk for a moment.
All right. Right here, though. How you doing? What's your name?
He looks around to make sure nobody else is watching, and he says, my name is Wang Feng. You have not heard of me?
No.
I am your opponent for today's match.
Oh, well.
He gestures to the two other men that are around him and says, they are the rest of my crew.
Well, nice to meet y'all.
Our machine is still being worked on. Our supplier had taken it in order to upgrade it with experimental technology. An ultra autocannon, but it has not been returned from Cyan yet. There are shipping problems.
That sounds rough. How are you going to get into this match?
Yes, so we have an alternative vehicle that has been purchased, but I must be honest, It is extremely short range, just like your mech, and it is nothing compared to your machine. We will definitely lose.
Well, what are you looking for from me?
It would be dishonest and disharmonious of us to fix a match. You understand, this conversation is very sensitive. I cannot demand anything of you, and even our meeting could cause great problems with our licenses. That said, all I ask is that you allow my tank crew to look our best as we are defeated. To allow us to take a turreted position in a hull down location and come at us from the front, give us the best possible chance to fight back. A failure could mean bad things for us back home. If we look badly, those transit delays may become permanent.
Well, shoot, I don't have any interest in stomping anybody, so if you want to take a little handicap on my end, I think we can arrange that. I'm willing to let that happen.
That is very honorable of you, William.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I guess we'll keep that in mind in the future. Maintain this relationship.
Yes, this relationship. My crew and I thank you very deeply, as does the Capellan Confederation.
Okay, Capellan Confederation. Is that a particular stable this guy works for?
He looks like he's an independent crew.
Okay.
As far as there's no... well, he's in a business suit, so he looks like the kind of person who could spill coffee on you. One of the guys looks like a janitor, and the other, is just wearing like a studio t-shirt, like a I love DBC and jeans. But as far as you could tell, there's no like tattoos or anything, discriminating marks. Discriminating marks. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You could research if you want to know what stable he belongs to.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'll finally got him around to it.
I'll go ahead and kind of save that for maybe after the battle to learn a little bit more about this guy. But
okay, all right, okay.
I'm willing to agree to his terms. So essentially, okay, you cover that for me. He's coming into this with a tank.
Yes.
And okay, he just wants to be able to take up a defensive position with it. Yeah, all right. Exciting stuff. Well,
no, he wants you to come at him from the front.
Oh, okay.
Which means that the tank probably doesn't have a turret, so it can't shoot in any direction but the front. So
okay.
His plan is find a location where he can hold down, which increases his defense, and then push his main gun over the top of it and shoot at you through that. And he just wants you to come directly at him, because if you come at him from the side, he's basically totally boned.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that Hillbilly would definitely agree to. So, yeah, we'll go into this.
Okay.
Well, Wang, looking forward to seeing you out there. Wish you luck.
It's Wang.
Isn't that what I said? Wang?
W-A-N-G.
Wang. Okay.
Wang.
You got it.
Wang Feng.
Wang Feng.
Thank you very much, William Schmidt.
No problem. We'll see you out there, friend.
All right, so the three of them rapidly disappear, but the guy with the DBC shirt takes it off and throws it to you and takes your coffee shirt and puts it on.
Perfect.
He's ripped though, man.
All right.
Like you would expect of a tank crew. You know what? Well, he's ripped, but it's like lean and small,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He's
Hillbilly's all about the for show.
Yeah, so you walk onto the set with the I love the Donegal Broadcasting Company shirt. They start putting makeup on you, and the Solaris Nights intro starts, and William says, I'm joined once again by William Schmidt, aka the Hillbilly. William, thank you for coming back.
Always great to see you. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Now, my producers say you walked into the studio with a different shirt. When did you get a chance to change into a Donegal Broadcasting Company shirt?
I had a little bit of an accident with my beverage, and a kind employee offered to let me use this shirt.
Fantastic. We'll you know what? We'll get somebody. I will sign that shirt after your match. How about that?
Hell yeah. We can auction that off. Yeah, I'll sign it too. That'll be a nice commemorative item for somebody.
Okay, make a roll for media influence.
All right.
This guy, he's like, I'm not going to get stressed. Well, not with that roll, he's not.
7, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the rumors go around that you're a little bit. Sellout is so easy to get to, but Hunter McGregor at this point is basically just known as the sellout king.
Yeah. Hillbilly just
you're
plays the
starting
game.
to lean in that way. Your genuineness is starting to fray at the edge now that you've done a lot of media influencing.
It's fair.
Which is to say that your partial successes have finally exceeded your full successes.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to get a full success.
It is. It's very difficult.
I have been lucky to get as many partials as I have.
William,
all right.
Let's talk about your mech.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
It is a brutal machine.
It's a monster.
There has been some rumors that took a while to get to me that your company is in talks with the Vest, the engineering and salvage teams, for purchase rights on superchargers. How soon could we be looking at a supercharged version of your mech that absolutely destroys the battlefield with your triple strength Myanmar?
The moment that I can pay for it is the moment you're going to see it.
So you're saying that your stable's thus far unlimited cash flow has finally slowed down? There are rumors that
to you?
Kyle has not been able to effect repairs to his machine.
Those rumors are exaggerated.
So you're telling me that tomorrow when he walks on the stage, there will be a fully refitted Marauder?
I'm not saying that. If he walks on to that field with a non-fully repaired Marauder, that's because that's what he wants to do.
I heard that excuse last time from him, but 2 matches in a row?
He's a crazy man.
I've found Kyle Morgan to be one of the most level-headed and stable Solaris gladiators I've ever met.
It's always the quiet ones. He lives on that edge more than you'd expect. That's for sure. You can
tell from his expression he doesn't buy anything you're saying, but he's not going to press it anymore.
Okay.
All right, come to find out, you have a new promoter, Zuri Carlson, who has a bit of a reputation in the industry, having just returned from completing her master's. How have you found your working relationship with her?
He pauses for a minute, and I'd say that Zuri and I have started to form a fast friendship, and I look forward to a productive future.
And there are yet more rumors. I don't want to say if you're not willing to introduce them. Here at the Donegal Broadcasting Company, we don't like to deal in rumors over much, although I am not a reporter. I'm an interviewer.
All right.
But is there anything you'd like to say about any upcoming appearances of yours that have yet to be fully announced to the public? An exclusive on this show.
Well, okay, so out of character, is this a point where I could try to set up that match with Smash and Primo? Is that sort of...
You could, but what he's hinting at is your appearance on Who's the Con.
Ah, yes. Okay, perfect.
But you could try to set up that match with Smash and Primo.
I might do that after. I don't know. We'll see.
Look at this guy. He's like, afterwards, once I don't have to worry about stress anymore.
I don't want to die.
He's like, I know how to mechanically play this game.
Theoretically. I still forget everything in the moment. William, one William to another. I got some super exciting news. You've heard of Who's the Con?
I have.
Well, I can announce here today on this show with all of you wonderful people out in the audience that I will be playing one of the main characters in this show.
Wow. Incredible. Your stable has had a interesting relationship with Vimy Diamond Shark.
Well, how do you mean?
He just stares at you blankly.
Yeah, Hillbilly chuckles a little bit. He's like, hey, every relationship's interesting if you think too hard about it.
Okay.
we're all here just trying to make a name for ourselves on Solaris, and I think that's what Vimmy's getting into as well.
He just stares at you.
Hillbilly stares back.
William, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Nothing today. I'm just looking forward to this match. Looking forward to getting out there and putting on a show for y'all.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yeah. There is something I'd like to add. I just want to give a big shout out to Spirit Customs and just say that today I'm going to walk out on that field and I'm going to get a victory in their name. They deserve it. If you've got Spirit Customs has you.
Oh, guaranteeing victory, huh?
Yep.
Let me write down here, Spirit Customs. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you'll be fighting today on the Iron Ridge. It won't be at night. And sensor pods have been scattered around the battlefield so that while normally the iron would interfere, they rebroadcast the signal correctly that's coming in. This has been done in order to give your opponent the kind of edge they need in order to face down with you.
Okay.
Wang Feng and his crew are piloting a Hetzer-wheeled assault gun, which is an AC-20 on a tank chassis.
I have never seen a vehicle. This is cool.
Oh man, Hetzers are great. They're cheap as chips. You just park them in the middle of a city, wait for someone to walk past you and blow their leg off. And anywhere else, they're absolutely terrible because they have a 9 range.
Yeah.
They are purely defensive vehicles.
Wow.
Or if you sneak up on somebody who's already engaged, that's about the only ways they can be used.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
This will be interesting.
So Wang Feng and his men come out. They are wearing like black biking shorts, and they have traditional daos, so like Chinese short swords, at their side. The 3 of them are oiled up. They're doing like some muscle flexing, and then they do a sword dance where the 3 of them move. They're always as a group moving forward, even as they're stepping around each other. And it's a very intricate dance of swords before they finish by bowing in 3 different directions, sheathe their swords, and climb into their Hetzer, which they then immediately kick into its high speed. Again, not very fast, but it looks really good to, have the tank go towards the arena. What about you, William the Hillbilly Schmidt? Tell me about your intro.
So the Hunchback will be sitting on the field, and there'll be a tech in it at the moment. And in front of it is a little stage that's been set up with the curtains. The curtain draws back, and you see the Hillbilly front and center. He's got a banjo in his hands. Close enough. Yep. Behind him, he's got Bobby, who is on a big stand-up bass, and Robbie, who is behind the drums.
Your
and they're
bodyguards.
Yes, my bodyguards, important, and also family. And so Hillbilly steps up to the mic and he says, "Hey folks, I hope you're looking forward to a great match today. We're Billy and the Schmitz, and I hope you enjoy this intro." And they launch off into a song, and it sounds something like a cross between like Mumford and Sons and like Tom Petty, And as the song winds down, Hillbilly, steps down the stage slowly, takes the guitar, picks up his handle of whiskey, takes the swig, tosses the guitar into the air, and then grabs the musket and goes to shoot at it. And this is all pyrotechnics. It's pre-rigged, and the guitar, it just explodes in a big old explosion. And then he heads off to the mech to hop in.
The kids started. Are like, his accuracy must be incredible. Yeah. And then there's some guy going, "Yeah, you didn't aim anywhere near it. It just, some guy flicked a switch and it exploded."
Yep.
Daddy, the Undertaker will take his soul away if he loses the match. All right. Let's do it. Let's roll initiative. Gotta get my compelling Confederation die.
It's a 6 for me.
With their dows right there on it. 8.
Right.
I am choosing to come in from the right-hand side of the map.
Okay. So, Wasteland, does that change the movement at all?
Nope. And the trees in the wasteland are not actual trees, according to our map makers.
Okay. Good to know. Well, I guess I will start here.
That's there.
Where is he? Okay. And then how do I tell the facing on this? Is it's
the back? If you can read it, you're behind it.
Okay.
So it's facing this way.
Cool.
10.
Oh, where'd those dice go? We're rolling. It doesn't look good. That's snake eyes. So
you're moving first.
All right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Initiative. 11. Here we go again. This is
That's
how I
9.
assume that you'll get in a melee with him at some point. Is because I'm winning initiative early.
That's right.
Go ahead.
All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6.
Okay. He turns and sets his tank into a hull down position, which takes 2 more movement, but now it has a +2 defense.
Okay. And in terms of line of sight, obviously he can see over that one. If I was on like
you can see out to this far.
Okay. I gotcha. Cool.
Oh, sorry. It's 9 hexes. That's how far it's gonna go. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So along this line right here.
Okay.
Okay. We don't have to roll initiative at this point. I'm not taking any actions until you get within gun range. So
okay.
You move however you want. Just take your turns. He just sits and patiently waits for you to arrive. His men are all like taking their last sips of coffee as their hands tighten around their either steering wheel or the gun or the reloader, the auto loader.
All right, fair enough.
Feng has got his tanker goggles out the very top of the tank. So the only thing you could see is the Hetzer's barrel coming over the hill, like the top 10% of the tank, and like him staring directly at you. And when your guns get, like you can't lock on at this range, but when your guns get nearby, it like auto zooms in with a picture in picture, so you can see him watching you.
All right, that's fair.
We're doing some Mech Warrior 3 shit.
I like it. One line of sight question: if I'm on the like base level here, is there anywhere where I wouldn't be able to see him because of that one level in front of him? Just trying to understand how that works.
I always forget if you're right here.
Okay.
I think pretty much just because right there, you have a 2. If you have a 2 like height covering you. Oh, this isn't even 2, it's 3. Yeah, if you were anywhere pushed up against one of these things and he had no other way to get to you, you would be invisible to him.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't didn't wind up somewhere I shouldn't be. Okay, well, I will take this movement turn and go 1, 2. And then to go up that level, that's a 1, 2, a 3. I can do that, right? It just costs the extra movement.
Costs 3.
Yeah. 1. And 6. That's the 1 move, and then I'll take my next move, I assume.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is a Donegal Broadcasting Company.
I guess I stop there for that turn, and then we go to the next turn.
He's waiting 30, 40 seconds for you to catch up to him.
3, 4, 5, and then 6. And that puts us at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, we're going to want to roll initiative
9,
this time because you're walking to both of your ranges.
Yep.
7.
Snake eyes again.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, going
Each
down
one,
costs
each one is
extra.
plus
Yeah.
1. Yeah.
1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and stop there.
Okay. What's your modifier die?
Grabbing that now. So that was, I only went 3, so I think it's a 1 run.
All right, you're both at max range of 9. Great.
Kind of favors me, I think.
So as you're approaching, you can hear him broadcasting over the local speakers. We dedicate our performance in this battle to Hellspont Industries and to Mandrissa Alana Morgaine. May the best warrior proceed, and may all live harmoniously. Thank you. And like as he drops the thing, he pulls himself into the tank, and you know, you move up into range, and everyone opens fire.
Yeah, as Hillbilly's, walking up, he says, "Let's get ready to rumble."
Okay.
You shoot the shots. I shoot first. All right. Well, we're gonna open up with everything that's at range. So that's 7 medium lasers and an AC 20.
Okay, so with hull down, it's a +2 to hit instead of a +1 for it being in cover. Any attacks that hit the turret, but there is no turret. So all attacks will automatically hit the front side.
Okay.
And you can't damage its motors, so you can't hit its tracks and stop its ability to move or anything.
All right.
The hold down is really good as long as you approach from the correct direction.
That's fair. Well, let's do the math on that. So I start at 3. I go +1 for my run. He gets +2 for the hull down. So that's 6, and it's +2 for long range. So that's 8 on everything.
Uh-oh.
It's not so bad, yeah. All right, AC 20 up first. That is a miss.
That's
flies right over the turret. All right, first.
No, I feel like maybe it actually physically hits, but like the angle is so shallow that you're yeah.
I like it. All right, first of the medium lasers.
You're just at the edge of effective range.
That's a miss. Second. That's a miss. Third. That is also a miss. Fourth. There's a hit. That's which one of these is the location
it's
again?
always going to be front side.
Yeah, okay. Always front.
Okay,
yeah.
so if you're wondering, normally vehicles have their own hit location table, which you can find over here with them. And depending on where they're hit, you might damage the thing that powers it. And if you crit it, you can do different stuff, like horrifyingly.
I have a +1 with human TRO to the crit, so it makes it a 12.
But you don't get through the armor here.
Okay.
That will be really bad though later. How much? So it's 5 damage.
5 damage. Yep. And 2 more lasers
so I have
to go.
5 armor left.
That's 1 miss, and there's another hit for 5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they weather what is essentially a withering hellstorm of activity from you. A lot of them are due to the hull down. So, he fires back. What's your evasion modifier? 1? Okay.
Yep.
So Wang Feng screams, "Fire!" Oh, he hits too. Left arm for 20.
Oh, okay. Is that crit?
Oh, it is a crit. Oh, boy. Let me just get my Capellan crit dice here. Old Cappy crit. I guess I only needed to roll 1, so let's take your hand actuator. So your punches are now weak as shit. Which is good, because you're a mech. A TSM.
Factual.
Look, I can't wait until the day where you TSM Alpha Strike and Double Punch all in one round. I don't think it's happened yet.
It was close.
When it does happen, it will be absolutely fucking devastating to whoever you hit.
If enough stuff hits, that's my big problem.
Yeah, so
anytime
these
I fire off
guys,
the big group,
they let loose with the big gun. Like their hull down position, it's like Moses splitting the sea of dust and dirt storm in every direction. Several of the sensor rebroadcasters in the area go scrambling around, and huge rounds slam into your arm. It blows your hand off, which you watch it, Luke Skywalker off of the cliff right next to you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh man, I gotta match my heat. What did I go up to? And I also got to do the PSR.
You have to do the PSR, yeah.
All right, let's do that first. That is a 10.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're golden.
But you pull it back together because you're the...
Shakes the mech's hand a little bit.
With this explosion of fury from both sides, the crowd is, edge of the seating. They're like, oh shit, it just got real.
Oh man, I think I jumped straight up to 12 heat on that one.
Holy cow, dude.
Yeah.
Well, so you take a -2 to movement, but you get a +1 back, so you end up at...
oh, no, just 9. That's where it goes to.
Okay.
Yep.
Then you are perfectly in TSM range.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I was like...
Good. 6 initiative.
And 5.
Good luck.
All right.
Choose your next move carefully, Spartan.
Can you go up from 0 to 3 level wise?
No, only through jumping.
Okay. Cool. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or air meching, or if you're underwater and you have umus.
Don't have any of that.
Unit. Yeah.
All right. So
given the search for the water dragon, there will be an underwater match at some point.
That's fair.
That was one of my favorite Gundams from Gundam Wing. Was the cancer, the underwater. Yeah, it's like, all right, I'm the ultimate war machine, and then they're like, oh yeah, well there's an underwater target, and here's the machine we've designed to fight specifically underwater. Because why wouldn't you make a war machine that only works in one environment? The environment where there are little critical military resources.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not the Joint Strike Fighter.
Oh, I like the Joint Strike Fighter.
It's a good theory. Yeah.
Wow, listen to this guy. What do you work on the Joint Strike Fighter? Jesus.
No. I know enough folks in that. Yeah. But I will go here. So that's a 0 on the modifier, but I did walk. So.
Okay.
And that puts us into the firing phase.
Yep, because he doesn't move. Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, you're shooting first.
Yeah, I'm just doing the math on my heat. Sorry. Yeah, all right.
So don't forget he's got a +2 defense bonus. The only bonus he needs.
All right, I will fire 4 medium lasers in the AC-20. And are we at medium range now? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, the problem is that AC-20
7.
will take all of my armor off if and when it hits.
Are we still at long range though, actually?
We're at 7, right?
Yeah.
And yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's still 8s to hit. No, sorry. I only walked, so that's a 7. 7s for the AC-20 and 4 medium lasers. Here comes the AC-20. Come on. That's a hit. And 8 on the crit.
Oh, no. Well, you bring it to 0.
All right. That's a start. Here comes 4 medium lasers.
AC-20 crit on my tank. Any hit from here is going to go internal, so it's pretty much killing blows from here on out.
That's a miss. That is a miss. Come on, here we go. That's a miss in the last one. Oh, that's just a hit. Yep.
Okay. 5 damage.
5 damage.
All right. The vehicle's toast.
Nice. Now the return fire.
Yeah, I mean, unless he hits you in the head, there's no chance he has of winning this match.
Yeah.
I mean, oh wait, what am I even doing rolling those? I mean, I'll take the result. Fuck, never mind. He's got a point of edge. I'll use it and I'll just re-roll over here. I think that might actually hit because you don't have a defense bonus.
Do not.
Yeah, that hits. Center torso for 20.
Tanks it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be a problem for you. All right, you have to make a fall down roll before he loses. Okay. You fall on your head and knock yourself out.
That's a 5. My piloting is a 4. So
yeah, you need
think that's a pass.
5. Yeah, so it's rough. You're like, whoa,
yeah, like he's running down that hill there. You know, I just like to think that he's focused on fire, and then he just takes that one giant hit and just stumbles forward, barely catches it. You know,
you annihilate him in 2 rounds of firing.
Yeah, that sucks to only have one hit location, basically. Like,
well, I mean, the front arm. So the thing about tanks is their front armor is thicker than any of their other armor locations, and a +2 bonus to being hit is also really big. But more importantly, not taking motive system damage means that if it survived the hits, it would be able to drive away and do other stuff later.
Yeah.
If you hadn't gotten that last laser on me, I would have shifted and stopped turreting to like get you to specifically shoot at my left side or my right side or but yeah, the biggest problem is that once my front armor is gone, I can't shoot my gun anymore, right? Because the gun can only fire in a directly forward direction.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if I left hull down, you would have the chance to hit anywhere. It's just you would most likely hit the front, because as you can see over here, the chance of hitting the front is like 6 or 7 different numbers, including 6, 7, and 8, which are all the most likely hits.
Yeah. You'd be playing the hope game.
Yeah, hitting the left or right side would be very difficult from the front.
That was neat.
Yeah. Wang Feng salutes you out of his tank, which is now like you shot right through the engine, but you didn't like take out the ammo supply or anything, so he and his men didn't die in a horrifying hellfire.
That's important.
So he salutes you, and you find yourself in an interview with William.
All right.
William, this is your first matchup in the gladiatorial arenas versus a tank, yes?
Yes, that was a new experience.
You could be facing down with more tanks and even aerospace fighters in the future. How do you feel about your chances in those kind of mismatched fights?
Well, I definitely have the firepower to take on just about anything. It's just about hitting it, right? And I think that's the biggest concern I have with the aerospace stuff is I have no idea what that's going to be like, whether I actually can make those shots. I sure hope so. But the tanks here, man, I'll be honest, I'm not feeling too much fear about those.
I'm an interviewer, not a specialist in mechs, although we do have several analysts here. But I can say this. A fast-moving aircraft armed with a long-range weapon would be capable of engaging you with you not having any chance of attacking it back. Depending on, I don't know how you say, how initiative goes. But if you lost initiative, they could swoop you and be out before you could shoot back at them. Yeah, he explains it in technical terms for our television viewers, in real life physics.
You see Hillbilly doing like mental calculations, like,
He Hanzo's it. It's just simple mathematics.
Yeah, you might need to be doing a little bit more research in the future. That's a little scary, I'm interested to see what that looks like, and hopefully I come out the other end of that looking okay.
Very well. How did you feel about your performance in this match? You took some pretty big hits, and I noticed that you lost critical parts of your armor.
I did. Yeah, he got through that hand. I felt it, but I'll be honest, it wasn't too bad. It'll cost a little money to repair. Hopefully folks are willing to look over that and not be too upset. But I mean, all in all, I didn't lose any major components besides the hand, so that's a win to me coming up against an AC-20. Let's
talk about your payout. You get 1 experience point.
Cool.
You give a wealth to Spirit Customs for your guaranteed victory, and you get to pick between a glory or an experience point.
Ooh, I will take the extra experience.
Very well. Is there anything you want to say to William now that you, the guy at 3 stress, have won the battle?
Let's see. Well, the one thing I would like to say to William is you asked about my performance, but what about the performance before the performance? As a musician, what did you think?
Bluegrass is not my particular forte. You know, I am a doctor of fine arts, and I specifically am an artist of the rap, a ancient Terran custom.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, poetry in motion, literally.
Exactly.
But there are many kinds of music for many kinds of people, and we are all a diaspora from Terran.
I like the way you put it.
Thank you.
That's why you got that poetry in motion.
Your music was not offensive to me.
Shoot, if that's the best
and
I can get, I'll be
sure
happy.
that several people out there enjoyed it.
Well, thank you, Dubs.
We could perform together one day, like the ancient Jay-Z in Linkin Park.
Absolutely. You name the time, you name the place, I will be there.
A combination so epic it survived even losing all memory of what Earth was like.
One thing. I don't know why.
Now that I think about it, William really is the Jay-Z at this point. You know, he's been in the rap game for about 30 years. He's been shot at. He's basically running the show now.
Yeah, he gets the chance to reinvent himself however he wants.
Yeah. He just needs to rule the mech game, you know, reach the top of the Solaris industry.
That's right. He's got Mech Talk that's beating him right now.
Yeah, Mech Talk will always canonically win because that is the premier Solaris show in the Battletech
That makes sense.
And I try not to upset canon too much.
That's fair.
Except for Space Magic, which makes people upset. Yeah.
Let's see. Anything else I want to do after this? Man. Can I research my next opponent? Do you have that ready? Is that something I could do?
I do not have your next opponent ready.
Okay.
I apologize.
No worries. No worries.
I have Kyle's match tomorrow, and the only other person who I know is Hunter's match.
Okay.
And of course, Seth Ghostbear versus Kyle Morgan.
That's going to be a fun one.
I can't wait.
Well,
it's
the only
inevitable. Look, man. Everyone's like Seth versus Kyle, and I'm like, shit. No one's talking about when it's going to be Amos versus the Hillbilly.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we're in the same class.
2 TSM mechs meleeing the shit out of each other.
That's exactly it. Like when I think about Amos, that's the only thing that makes me
so low rank,
a little concerned.
He'd have to actually win battles in order to face with you.
That's fair. I mean, his time will come.
I'm sorry. That's actually super mean of me. Just like Hunter, though, he continuously falls flat on the matches that matter after dominating his opponent in the matches that set him up for it.
Yep. I mean, it's hard. I think I lost my last rank battle. Yeah. I guess the last thing I'll try to do is set up the 2v2 match with Smash and Primo.
Well, that could be your next match then. That could be your next opponent. So go ahead, set up the match. We'll see if it works out. If you hit a 10 plus, it happens exactly as Ratchet and Gamble has specified.
It's only a 6.
That's a total failure, and you can't even use this move again.
We done.
You have an edge?
I do. I'll use it.
Would you like to invest it in this?
Absolutely.
Surely there's nothing else that could cause you a problem at this point.
It's even worse.
All right, you try to go through Ratchet and Gamble to do all this, and what happens is you're so busy filming Who's the Con that you miss several of their phone calls, and they you get them back once, and they hang up the phone on you. They're like, "So this is how you're going to treat us? We're lawyers and brokers." Slam the phone. We're professionals, sir, not actors.
That's right. Yeah, they pay by the hour.
All right, so you can't use the extend media influence move again until you level up.
Okay. Well, I'm at 5 experience now, so.
What would you like
good.
to do at the end of the week?
Yeah, at the end of this week, so I would like to spend the week training Astrid.
Okay, train your intern. I see. So I'm marking her training at 1.
So like I said earlier, I'm trying to get her sort of synced up with the Wolfhound so we can do some actual in mech, physical training. We'll go out and she likes the hunting, so we'll take her out on like some hunting trips and sort of do the application of not in the Wolfhound. No.
What, are you gonna pulse laser a coyote?
This is the soft skills. This is the soft skills portion of training where we go out and we bond and we do some team building and talk about how she can apply her skills here to the arena.
Well, there's a lot of you flying out to the Western continent in like a cargo VTOL for like 6 hours, bundled up in blankets. And then as the sun is rising, you're sitting in a tree stand on the side of a mountain, sniping at large deer from 200 meters away.
Perfect. And in that realm, in the training, so I have the sniper SPA. Is that something I can be trying to like give to her at some level?
Interesting. I'm gonna add that to the list of her training things.
Okay.
I mean, what, you don't want her to end up with weapon specialization mining drill like Wimhilder?
It's got great flavor to it, but I just don't know how it's like useful.
It's cursed. Never take weapon specialization mining drill, and I'm like, might be cursed, but it's also canon.
Yeah. I want to see her use it at this point. That's all.
I love the idea that she enters like a special league of her own for industrial mech fights. It's like, what's that? What's the robot show where they have
BattleBots?
BattleBots, where you're like a hammer.
Yes.
She enters into the Solaris version of that.
Yeah, like their pit fights or something.
Well, there are illegal pit fighting called the Blood Pits.
Okay, yeah.
It's run by bad criminal elements.
I could see 1 or 2 of the interns being drawn to that.
I mean, Pavlusha is so deep in the Maskarovka Lyran intelligence game. I don't know that he could go anywhere. He can't sneeze without half the inner sphere knowing about it at this point.
That's true.
Is there anything else you want to do?
I think that's it for me today.
Ludeman. That was one of the fastest matches we've had in a while.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. If you go by the round count, I got a few extra moves in there.
That's true, but if we went by the chess clock count, you slap the time down very quickly.
That's right. This was a lot of fun.
All right, so you need 2 wealth repair, and your salary could also be paid at some point. But other than that, you say you're good to go?
Yep.
And you're looking for a supercharger in the future?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Just to let the investors know. Then thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in 2 weeks then.
Thank you.
Thank you. Audience, have a good afternoon.